Good morning. I am Margi Peterson, the chaplain here at Fountain Street Church. I joined the church when I finished 8th grade in 1968. I call your attention to the flowers this morning on the chancel given in memory of Nessa McCasey by Brad Miller and Christopher Dostal. Excuse me. Welcome to Fountain Street Church on this Sunday when we celebrate International Women's Day with a service planned, organized, and presented entirely by those who consider themselves women. This year, we share two interconnected themes. Fountain Street women will present perspectives on what it means to be a woman, especially a woman at Fountain Street, as well as our dreams for the future of women in the church. Please hear the following in the spirit of invitation to worship. Let us feel the welcome of our sisters, holding us in their arms. Let us feel the welcome of our mothers and grandmothers, whispering their wishes for our future. Let us feel the welcome of our daughters, gazing with shining eyes on the work of our lives. And let us feel the welcome of ourselves, without judgment and with profound appreciation. Blessed be.
Good morning. My name is Lydia Stubbs, and I've been a church member over 30 years. This place is very dear to my heart, and today I'm sharing a poem by Peeve, What It Means to Be a Woman. What does it mean to be a woman? Is it the way we are to talk? Is it the amount of food we are to eat? The times we are to laugh? Or when and when not we are to speak? Is it the clothes we're to wear, or is it the way we do our hair? Is it the way we are seen as unequal and provided with unfair? Is it the way we're touched or seen and told we're impure? Is it the destruction of our dreams or doubting ourselves forevermore? Is it the urge to carry around a knife? Is it the pressure to be the perfect mom and wife? Is it the everlasting harm that becomes rife? Or is it the need to have a perfect life? Is it solely what we have between our legs? Or is it something inside that tells the truth? If you look and see, trust and believe, close your eyes, catch and release. No matter who you are, how close, how far. What does it mean to be a woman? An adult female human being by definition. I'd say anyone with she, her pronouns who has ambitions. Long hair, curvy silhouette, and a smile by design. I'd say all hairs, all faces, all body types. Sometimes we are to ignore the definition and take into consideration further recognition. For we are no folks to define who a woman is or isn't by design.
Hello, my name is Skye Baker. I'm happy to sing a song for you this morning by a fellow female musician, Earlwine. It's called Never One Thing. Can you hear okay? I'm the
underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a breath of peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am a mother, I am a child. I am the meek, I am the wild. I am the witch, and I am the saint. I am alive, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a breath of peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the lion, I am the swan. I am the bull, I am the fawn. I am the woman, I am the ring. I am my own, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a breath of peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm the beggar, I am the queen, I am the end, I am the means. I am the hammer, I am the wall. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a breath of peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. Mm-hmm. 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 I am the victor, I am the loss. I am a prophet, I am the cost. I am the salve, I am the sting. Never, no, never will, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the truth, I am a lie. I am the ground, I am the sky. I am the silence, I am the call. Never nothing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. You can sing with me if you know this song. We can just hum together. Mm-hmm. 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 I am the hope, I am the feet. I am broken, I am complete. I am the grace, I am the fall. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning. I'm Heather Palmer. For those, I'm sure some of you know this already. I've been here all my life. I came in a basket because they didn't have car seats back in the olden days. And I've been on many committees in Fountain Street, and I'm very involved in the Women's Association and the Choice Fund at the moment. We are going to read the responsive reading, and for your information, the number of the responsive reading, as you see, is 657. That's in the section behind the hymns. Okay. It Matters What We Believe by Sophia, Lyon, Fahs. Some beliefs are like walled gardens. They encourage exclusiveness and the feeling of being especially privileged. Some beliefs are like shadows, clouding children's days with fears of unknown calamities. Some beliefs are divisive, separating the saved from the unsaved, friends from enemies. Some beliefs are like blinders, shutting off the power to choose one's own direction. Some beliefs weaken a person's selfhood. They blight the growth of resourcefulness. Some beliefs are rigid, like the body of death, impotent in a changing world.
Good morning, everyone. I am Marie Maherpenny. I use she, her pronouns. I am a member of the Women's Association and the Memorial Guild. I've been attending Fountain Street for probably coming up to 17 years this summer since we moved here from Ireland with our 2 girls and one on the way. I'm married to Lance Penny, and I am proud daughter-in-law of Phyllis Penny. During the offertory today, Half of the collection will go to the Women's Resource Centre. They have programs and services to educate and empower women to workplace success. They partner with caring individuals and organizations throughout West Michigan to purposely transform the employment outcome for all women and encourage economic independence. Also today we will have a slideshow of deceased members of Fountain Street Church. The offering will be gladly received. Thank you.
Famous gymnast Mary Lou Retton once said, "Rather than focusing on the obstacles in your path, focus on the bridge over the obstacle." My name is Lennie Reckner, and from my perspective, what it means to be a 7th grade girl, it means overcoming new boundaries or barriers set in my path. Now, I'm a sporty person and I enjoy sports, but when playing with people, specifically boys, they would say, "No, you're a girl," or would refuse to pass to a girl, or even ask for her to not be on their team. So instead of seeing this as a brick wall I can never break, I decided to prove them wrong. I played my hardest because I knew my gender did not affect my performance in anything I do. But as soon as I broke that barrier, came a new one: stereotypes. Part of being a girl who enjoys sports means I get labeled as quote-unquote one of the guys or quote-unquote a tryhard. A tryhard means I'm just doing it because I think I'm better than the rest. But that simply isn't true. It's just something I do during my free time. But after being labeled, I looked around and saw that none of the guys were being labeled as quote-unquote a tryhard. Also, what comes with this stereotype is that people think I can't dress feminine if I play sports. I'm supposed to dress and act a certain way. In order to be taken seriously, I'm supposed to wear sweatpants or hoodies or jerseys 24/7. Wearing a skirt or dress doesn't make me more or less of an athlete. This can go for anyone, but what I want for you guys to take away from this is just because you're a girl doesn't mean you can't do things as well as the opposite gender or anyone else. What I think Fountain Street Church could do for women and girls is just allow many opportunities and always allow equal say and voice in topics. The future is female.
Good morning. I am September Bies, and we have been attending Fountain Street Church for nearly 6 months. What does it mean to be a woman? Now that is a big question. I can tell you only what I know as a late 40s suburban mother of 2 girls, and that might not give a full enough response, so if you'll indulge me, I'll share some perspectives of women who came before me. From my grandma's perspective, it didn't matter that I financially struggled and made my way through college, bought 2 houses on my own, earned my master's degree and a national teaching award all before the age of 27. To her, I didn't fully become a woman or worthy of praise until I was married at 31 and a mother at 33. Growing up as a girl, my mother taught me the ways of living as a girl. These were different from the lessons that she taught my brother. I learned the importance of being nice, otherwise known as being quiet and still, to stop eating treats, to suck in my gut, keep my hair long and brushed, and have good posture so that I would be attractive and that other people would like me, to speak when spoken to make sure I was a leader but not bossy, to be constantly aware of how my appearance and character is seen by others, and to manage my reputation at all costs. Through experience, I learned the subtleties of social situations. I learned how to be careful in the world, to be aware of men with false motives, ignoring catcalls, making sure that that one friend's creepy dad who looked at you in that uncomfortable way never gave you a ride home alone, being sure girlfriends were never left alone at parties, never leaving your drink alone either, walking through dark parking lots with my keys in my hand turned outward just in case. Surprisingly, even in 2023, other women my age hold each other to standards that men do not feel the need to keep. We still strive to always be prepared for hospitality, keeping the house neat and the front door decorated and mantle decorated for each season, being the ones to handle all of the gifts, the baby showers, wedding showers, remembering birthdays, anniversary, and graduation dates, stepping in with the casseroles for the sick friend, scheduling family photo shoots, arranging Halloween costumes, Thanksgiving dishes to pass, Christmas gifts, charity functions, cookie decorating, games, thank you notes, Easter baskets, and all of those little details that make life pleasant for those we care about. Women also expect each other to look Pinterest or Instagram ready in all of these circumstances. Good feminists like me would never say so out loud, but we sure do search for that ideal online and want to be providing all of those tasks while looking effortlessly put together. The additional cognitive load that these societal standards bring for women is huge. In my circle of full-time working moms, the mothers typically carry the additional weight of remembering to keep all of the sports and activity schedules, play dates, dental, vision, and doctor visits, vacations, and family commitments in order. Because we are usually the keepers of the calendars, we are the ones to find the solutions to those triple-booked events, arranging rides and finding childcare to help make sure everyone else's daily plans work out for them, often dropping the things we would like to do for ourselves first. So what do I hope being a woman means for my daughters? The ridiculous standards society holds us to, outdated gender norms, and attacks on our bodily autonomy are a lot to knuckle down and be okay with. Yes, we can still feel the weight of the patriarchy, and although it is facing criticism, it is still a force to be reckoned with. But despite all of this, I take so much pride and hope for my daughters in knowing that there's never been a greater time for women. The spread of feminism, Me Too movements, and the strong feelings of solidarity, despite all of the wide and intersectional diversity of issues faced by all women, I am beyond glad to be a part of and invite my daughters into this collective force of womankind. Being one of the over 470,000 walking in the 2017 Women's March in DC, and the collective 7 million who participated that weekend across cities worldwide, many of us felt the physical force of solidarity that these winds of change are blowing. I hope that the experience of being a woman for my daughters is a lot about strength, love, and support, feeling comforted and supported in the community of other women. I hope that being a woman means being happy, capable, and strong, and that they will continue to have the rights that have been fought for by our foremothers and will benefit from these labors that are still active. But mostly, as their mom, I hope that being a woman isn't too much to ask. So what do we, as women, need from Fountain Street? There is certainly far to go, but the tides are changing. To keep the movement in the right direction, I think the answers we need can be found in the community that Fountain Street can provide. We need networks of women who understand what it's like to be in each phase of life. We need women to reach out and invite other women into their already tightly formed circles. And we need older female mentors who've been through what we're living to remind us that some of the things we are doing are good enough, and that good enough is good enough.
Good morning. My name is Kathy Higgins, and I've been fortunate to be a member of Fountain Street Church for the past 2 decades. I consider Fountain Street Church to be my spiritual home. What does it mean to be a woman? To have courage to risk and be vulnerable with others. To have courage to connect and create meaningful and deepening relationships at Fountain Street Church and the world. The courage to admit my mistakes and begin again. The courage to accept my beginner's mind and embrace the divine feminine within me and all others. Becoming a grandmother has given me the opportunity to pretend and imagine and create, and to recognize this is a calling to all grandmothers everywhere to make our world safe from violence, hunger, poverty, and to make our planet habitable for future generations. I would like to read a poem from the book by Alice Walker, and her book is called Hard Times Require Furious Dancing. Calling all grandmothers. We have to live differently, or we will die in the same old ways. Therefore, I call on all grandmothers everywhere on the planet to rise and take your place in the leadership of the world. Come out of the kitchen, out of the fields, out of the beauty parlors, out of the television. Step forward to assume the role for which you were created, to lead humanity to health, happiness, and sanity. I call on all the grandmothers of Earth and every person who possesses the grandmother spirit of respect for life and protection of the young to rise and lead. The life of our species depends on it, and I call on all men of Earth to gracefully and gratefully stand aside and let them, let us do so.
Battery has gone out, so that I apologize for that on my guitar. I just wanted to say how grateful I am to be a part of this wonderful service this morning. Good to be here with you all. This next song I'm going to sing is by a singer named Alicia Keys, who is another musician that has inspired me a lot throughout my musical journey. It's called Superwoman.
Everywhere I'm turning, nothing seems complete. I stand up and I'm searching for the better part of me. I hang my head from sorrow at the state of humanity. I wear it on my shoulder, gotta find the strength in me, 'cause I am superwoman. Yes, I am. Even when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh yes, I'm a superwoman. This is for all the mothers fighting for better days to come. And all my women sitting here trying to come home before the sun. And all my sisters coming together, say yes I will, yes I can, 'cause I am a superwoman. Yes, I am. Even when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh, yes, I'm a superwoman. When I'm breaking down and I can't be found, and I start to get weak, 'cause no one knows me underneath these clothes, but I can fly. We can fly, oh, 'cause I am superwoman. Yes, I am. Even when I'm a mess, still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh yes, I'm a superwoman. I am superwoman. Yes, I am. Even when I'm a mess, still put on a vest with an S on my chest. Oh yes, I'm a superwoman. Said I'm a superwoman.
Take care, everyone.
Many thanks to all our wonderful musicians, Robin, Willa, Sierra and Maggie, to our wonderful speakers, and to all members of our committee, to Cale and all the tech people, to Laurie for all her help, and to Reverend Christopher for all his support in this. We have a couple of announcements to make. There will be a movie today at 1 o'clock in the chapel as part of the Black History Social Justice film series, and that movie will be Selma. It will start at 1 o'clock and refreshments will be served. I believe there's going to be popcorn, so yay. Also, we will have the usual Irish lunch on the 19th of March with great soup and our music session, which will be led by our own Mark Fitzpatrick. So make sure to put that in your calendar. It's our fundraiser for Women's Association for our refrigerator and many other items in the kitchen. After church on Sunday, the 26th, I did it again, I'm sorry, the 26th, Sunday, we will be gathering to share a history of the Women's Association. This will be our first gathering for 2023. And it would be great to see you there if you are interested in knowing more about the Women's Association. We will have a table also today in the social hall if you would like to leave your contact information or speak to any of us. We invite you all to come into the social hall for a little dessert reception after the service today. I have had a few of you reach out and ask me, what is the Women's Association? I would like to share with you an excerpt of a sermon given by Reverend Sue Cinnamon in 1994 on the 100-year anniversary of the Women's Association. She was our first paid female minister on our staff, and she was hired in 1992. This always calls us to reflect on what is the role of the Women's Association, the special contributions they make to the community, and how can it survive. When I met with the Women's Association board and asked them just what are we celebrating, they said community, friendship, and fellowship. The best support group in the world, my friends. They remarked that the reporting of the history of the Women's Association missed the real reason they were together. All the accomplishments were the products of their labor, but not the purpose of their meeting. I think that this is very, very true today, that mainly what we meet, we work hard to achieve things, but it's really the friendships and the fellowship that we create along the way. So I hope some of you will reach out to us. I think what September said today was so true. We need networks of women who understand what it's like to be in each phase of life. We need women to reach out and invite other women into their already tightly formed circles. We need to support women in leadership roles at this church, and we need to build strong women to give voice to inequality when it happens here. We need to do better. We want you to come forward and join our group and build the strength of women in this church. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Our last words to you today are gathered and excerpted from the many Fountain Street women who gave their thoughts about what it means to be a woman and what they hope for the future of women at Fountain Street Church. I'm really glad I'm a woman. I can be more flexible than a man who must follow set expectations.
I would like to see more women in leadership roles.
I am confident that our new senior minister will light the way for gender equity.
Women will embellish the future generations.
I'm struggling with the question. In the years here, I have seen many talented women who have not stayed. Although not a member, I have been connected to FSC ever since we moved here and do claim it as my church. I do have hope.
The future is female, period. After so much patriarchy in every aspect of our lives, we need to lift up females. When all of us can balance both our feminine and our masculine sides, regardless of what our bodies look like or how we identify, then we are truly free to reach our potential as humans.
As women, I believe we have an innate capacity and desire to connect, to nurture, and to love.
Women will be important as visionaries as well as manifestors of this beloved community.
To be a woman means to know her feminine soul self and be comfortable living out her masculine side.
I would like to see more women in positions of power.
Having the freedom to do whatever I want to do. No, I don't think age has anything to do about it. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough.
I see them just as I see men in the church. I don't think there should be any difference.
It is up to women themselves to decide what kinds of roles they want to play and what kind of future they want for themselves. their communities, and the world. We are the only ones who can hold us back. We must remain true to ourselves and our natures. We cannot follow male patterns of domination in our leadership styles. We must nurture our natural sensitivity, intuition, and caring as we provide new and continuing leadership at Fountain Street Church and elsewhere.
Growing up, there were specific gender biases in our family. I felt cheated because I was a girl.
I see women taking up more space at Fountain Street Church, in a good way. I feel we are learning to make our voices heard and are becoming more comfortable rocking the boat, even within Fountain Street Church when needed. I'd love to see Fountain Street Church have a female on the ministerial staff again, when we are ready. I see women coming together more to support and celebrate each stage of life and supporting each other across generations. I see the women of Fountain Street Church continuing to be leaders in our community and outreach as we continue to fight for reproductive justice and so much more in the world of social action.
The future is great and full of hope.
Women have an innate ability to be a co-creator and give life, and give embellishments to other humans.
I would like to see women continue to support all others, heart and soul, while still nourishing their own.
I see the future of women at Fountain Street Church as bright, productive, and meaningful, provided that women themselves decide that this is what we want.
Women need to speak out and give your opinion. It is your opinion. Don't be afraid to give it.
I see getting more diversified within the church and outreach to the community and being more inviting to the community. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Blessed be.
That of course his band recorded. She was the pianist in the band at the time. And of course when I was asked to play today, of course I came up with Marian McPartland